Yo, GK Nation. GPS. The Grown Folks Podcast.
Oh my God. Welcome to the podcast.
An extension of the Grown Folks Kids Show. Introducing the host with the most, the great gun. Keeping it kid. This is going to be fun. Because I'm Batman. Hey, yo, what's up? How's it going out there, GK Knights? How's it going?
What is going
down? What is going down? Yeah. Hey, you listening to Grown Folks Kids Shows?
GPS.
And let us
navigate you through our mind.
Because it's a wonderful place to be.
Yes, it is.
And right now, I am the host, Dreyer. Oh boy, I'm feeling rough. I'm feeling rough.
Sounded rough.
Oh man, I'm feeling rough today. Fans, I'm feeling a little rough, but right now I'm gonna power through it. Irvin, there we go. It's how to power through it. What are you, man?
You know me. I'm the great Gunny. That's it.
That's it?
That's all you need. I'm the great Gunny.
Well, I guess that's
Emphasis on great.
Okay, all right. Emphasis on great. If he's great, I am magnificent.
Here we go.
All right.
Trying to one up.
You're great. I can't be better than you, man. All right. So, hey, listen, we got a lot of things. Catch the Grown Folks Kids Show, GPS. You got to type in Grown Folks Kids Show, GPS, on your platform, your podcast platform that you like to use, so you can hear us talk about our things. And also go to grownfolkskidsshow.com, and there you can see our TV shows, our vidcasts, our podcasts. It's broken down into seasons and different things of that nature and all that stuff, and learn more about us. And also check us out on Facebook, some Instagram. Just type in Grown Folks Kids Show on all those platforms there too. We don't do no Snapchat, so I'm sorry. All right. And we'll get to TikTok at some point. All right. So Twitter, all that. All right. So what's up, man? What do you want to talk about?
Man, you know what, man? And as much as I hate to do this, I really hate to do this. He says he really
No.
I really hate to do this.
What'd you hate to do?
This is going to put a damper on things. Is that I need to speak out on this softness.
Softness.
This inability to not be represented 100% of the time by men. This is starting to become ridiculous.
Oh man, we're about to go into that male versus female realm. Are you taking us there?
I'm not. You know what? I'm not even trying to make it male versus female.
All right.
I'm just talking about throughout the dawn of time.
Here we go.
Men have basically run things. You know, James Brown laid it down. This is a man's world.
Oh man, here we go.
You know, but he slid in there.
You go get us in trouble.
No.
Gonna get us shut down.
Man, the women gonna have our back for once. So, I mean, we're still gonna have my back for once, because usually, I'm the other way around.
All right, go ahead.
But James Brown said this is a man's world. But he slid in there so eloquently, it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl.
That's it right there.
And there are meanings to this.
That's it. You okay?
So I don't understand the hate that female lead characters are getting right now.
Oh, the hate that they're getting. Oh,
yes.
Okay, you switched it up on me. I thought you was gonna get these female-led movies are bombing in box office and ain't doing the job because nobody wants to see females do their thing. I thought you was gonna say that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh,
no.
Okay. All right. So what do you mean? Okay,
a good story is a good story.
Okay,
and if
that's
a story isn't good, regardless of who the lead actor or actress is,
it's
not. Writing makes a difference.
All right. Okay. All right. All right.
If you haven't seen something
All
and
right.
you're going to hate on it
Right.
just because there's a female-led character,
Well, why
then I
you
got a
think is that?
problem.
Well, first of all, who's hating?
it seems like men are hating.
Men are hating on lead female characters.
Or lead female characters or lead female shows that
Okay.
show women in a dominant light.
Okay. And what's your problem with that? If you want to,
Well,
since you brought it up.
My
So
problem
let
is,
oh yeah, go ahead.
my problem is that we have plenty of men shows that show men in a dominant light and the women in an inferiority situation.
All
You
right.
know, the man is usually the savior.
Right.
The man is usually the smart one.
All right.
The man is usually the stronger one.
Oh, okay.
So when and you know what? I'm gonna cut it there because I'm not gonna say it's our generation. Because our generation grew up with strong
Oh, it's not
lead
our
women.
generation, Gen X generation. You
Huh?
talk, it's the newer.
Yeah,
This is
right.
something- all right.
You know, and there's a oh man, what's the word I'm looking
I just
for?
got done watching Terminator.
Exactly.
What's that called? Dark Fate.
Any Terminator movie
Hey, that was a good movie.
is
though.
about a woman
I feel so bad for that
going
movie.
up against
That was actually a good
the
movie.
future.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between Sarah Connor
Okay.
surviving the Terminator
All right.
with nothing
All right.
and the native Comanche girl
Uh-huh.
with her dog. You know, the Comanche were one of the most fierce Native Americans on the earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was the
Ooh, this movie is awesome.
what
We're
was
going-
why was it so hard to believe that she could survive against the predator?
Oh, so this is what driving your complaints right now? Is this your basis
Well, this is one
of
them,
your
but
your
yeah.
inquiries right now?
Because I'm not going to go to the race thing. I'm just going to go to the misogyny thing.
Oh, okay. Hey, look, see, we got all kind. We cover it all here on Grown Folks Kids Show. You know, listen, this is off the cuff too. That's why I asked him with him what he wants to talk about. Because I don't even have no topics to talk about. Because it's kind of a quiet time right now.
Kind of.
Not
But
really.
anyways, back
but
to
then I
what we
said,
were saying.
what do you want to talk about? He said, this is what's urging in my belly right now.
Yo, this could have
And
been
it's this prey thing. Hey, listen,
This Prey movie was great.
the best Predator movie in my book is the best Predator
Well, I'm
movie.
going to say it's the second because I have a
Man,
bias. I just have a bias because
I know
of-
I do too. I do.
But I'm
Listen,
saying this
I
one
do
right
too.
here-
And I research it, and everybody's putting it number one. I said, I don't know, man. And I had to go watch it again. Me and the wife had to sit down and watch
Did you
it.
watch it in Comanche? They put it in Comanche.
Oh, that got to be pretty cool.
I watched it in Comanche the second time around.
With subtitles, of course.
And I didn't even look at the subtitles. I just wanted to hear it from that point of view.
Wow, all right, dude. You're
And-
taking it to another level.
and
that
it
that
was-
tells you he's a fan of this movie, folks.
And it was amazing because you got to see the storytelling through movement, eyes, and action.
Oh,
Because I didn't understand.
That's a whole nother
I don't
level.
understand the thing. Man,
that's on another level, man.
Yes. And that's how good that movie is.
Well, before we talk about that movie,
Okay.
because we can go back to that movie, because I would like to talk about that movie. So, fans, we're not going to talk about that movie just yet.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're going to. You asked a question why people are hating on these
Right,
lead characters.
so-
Why do you think?
I don't know. I'm at a
Well,
loss.
it's pretty obvious.
I'm at a loss because I grew up with strong female characters. You know, Ripley,
Oh, yeah.
Sarah Connor. You know,
Yeah,
you know,
I grew up with
it kept on
strong
going.
parents,
Wonder
moms.
Woman.
Yeah.
yeah, my mother.
My mom's
I mean,
raised me.
Yeah,
Shoot.
I mean, and I had a father in the
She
house.
taught
but
me
I
to be
still
a
had
man.
strong-
She said, you need to lead your family. Taught
Right.
me how to lead. Not to be out there on the drugs and stuff like my, my father's.
Right.
Right.
So my thing is what is the shame
Mm-hmm.
that these men are feeling by watching these strong women stand up?
Well, let's look at it from us. Okay, so I got to bust into some psychology here. Okay, let me see if I got enough juice because my brain ain't there right now. But let me see if I can muster up some of that all-knowing juice. All right, let me see if I can let it flow real quick.
Come on, let's let it
All right,
flow.
let it
'cause
flow.
We're
Here we go.
gonna jump to another
No,
part of this topic.
well, it's just like this. Just think about it. I mean, we are in every so often you get these movements in America, we cycle through things, movements,
Right.
Protests, every type of thing. It happened before, it happened again, right? Okay, so we're in another feminist movement. Okay, this is another one. Actually, it's kind of on par with the 1920s and stuff. It was 100 years exactly after that one. Okay, all right, the 20s. There was a big before that. There was a big women's movement. Okay,
Well, it's
all at the same time. Everything cycled.
The women's movement was in the 70s.
Yeah,
so that's about 40 some years ago.
Oh yeah, 40 years. Yeah, there was. Well, that movement is a little different though too. I got a different name for that movement. But what I'm saying is this. Okay, they were voting for voting rights and marching for voting rights and
Equality.
be able, just at least be able to have a job. Okay, now it's representation, and it's about pay and representation. And I think what's going on is that sometimes when there's a movement, Hollywood will kind of overdo it. When there's a movement, it will feel almost kind of forced. Right? And so I think some people feel like this whole female lead thing is a little forced sometimes, and sometimes some of the movies take it way over the top and sometimes become a little unrealistic. Now, I'm just guessing, and I'm just making it's just an opinion. I don't feel that. I listen, I'm a man about balance, okay? I sometimes don't like to watch certain movies that's just all female led that feels forced. I like natural, like that Prey.
Okay.
Like that Prey, on point. Totally honest. That girl set her career on fire. She is on fire. She is going to places, okay?
Okay.
But there's sometimes, like, I watch WB, and it just like, the guys look completely weak and subservient, which is okay, I guess that's fine. But
what show are you actually talking about?
And I don't know, just different shows. You just watch any of the superhero shows off the WB or something, and you get these moments where you get all these chicks who just like, it's just like it feels forced.
Okay,
right? It feels forced. Like even in there's certain movies where it just feels forced sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't feel forced if you allow things to naturally happen,
okay,
right?
I understand
I
that.
guess that's all about the writing, but I think the writing to push females ahead and forward, and not all these movies have been great. And I think people are tired of it. Even some females don't even like it.
I agree. Some of them haven't been great.
Right. And so apparently that's why people are hating. That's just my suggestion. That's not I don't agree with the full of it. I agree in balance.
Okay. So let's trade it. You mentioned TV shows.
Okay.
What about She-Hulk? Does it seem forced to you?
She-Hulk doesn't feel forced to me.
Okay. Because
I like it. I mean, I see it, pieces of it in there, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, would you think that feel forced?
no, it reminded me of Ally McBeal.
That's exactly what that show is. It's Ally McBeal. It's their version of Ally McBeal. I love it.
But
she's awesome. That woman's amazing too. And I'm talking about the lead actress.
Oh yeah. Oh,
for She-Hulk, she's killing it.
Perfect.
I think she's
perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna bring, because I work with a bunch of men at my job.
Okay.
And they have an issue.
That's kind of hard for me to talk about this because I'm a neutral guy. I'm on my I could be, but at the same time.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't need you straddling the fence. I need. All
right, go ahead.
I need Dre's straight up facts here.
Okay.
So here's the issue a lot of men are having, and they are saying that the She-Hulk has all of a sudden automatically got control over her powers, which isn't true. They're saying that she didn't go through the drama.
Yeah, I wish I could have explained that. Maybe it's coming. Okay, go ahead.
The Hulk.
Yeah.
That he went through, that she's already not going through the rage.
Yeah, I have a problem with that too myself.
No.
I have a problem with that myself.
You know why you shouldn't
unless they're going to, but I'm being patient. Maybe they explain it later episodes.
They did explain. They explained it to you in that episode.
They
explained everything
Episode
to you.
1?
Yes.
How?
Because she didn't go through the trauma that Bruce went through. Remember, Bruce was abused by his father. he was experimented on by his father. His father realized that their family had genetic traits that could hold on to certain radiation.
Okay.
This is something that Kevin Feige's throwing at you to get ready for the mutants, but
Okay.
we're not going to go into there.
All
But
right.
her, as a woman, and you saw her family, they're loving, they're inclusive. They took care of her. So
Okay.
she doesn't have that trauma. And now, granted, she showed that when she loses control, she still hulks out. She just doesn't
All right.
have the voices because she doesn't have the split personalities.
Hey,
that
yo,
Bruce
this
has.
is Trey Irvin from the Grown Folks Kids Shows, GPS, with my co-host,
The man with the golden mic, the great Gunny.
Check out our hot and upcoming weekly podcast. We talk about comic books, comic book movies, games, sports, wrestling, music, entertainment, social issues. I guess that means we're a variety show for all of you.
So pick your favorite podcast platform, type in Grown Folks Kids Shows GPS, subscribe and follow.
Cause we be grown, but we keep it kid. Well, that didn't explain, because that wasn't a clearly explained
She
why
did,
he's
she
able
told
to.
him.
No, she just said that I am in more control of I'm not like you, I'm more in control.
Right, but
that wasn't
she
talked about.
explained that. No, Bruce told her. He says, well, you don't hear the other voices.
Right.
Who has other voices? But we've seen the movies where
But that's-
Bruce went through.
That's your interpretation on that. That
Not
what
an
you just said
interpretation,
was not
we saw
said in the movie.
movies. We saw the movies.
No. That's your interpretation.
Of what?
Because, this is what you do. You're interpreting what you're seeing, but that wasn't explained to the audience.
But the audience have seen the movie.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they've seen the movies, but
and so she
not everybody
explained-
remember the Hulk movies.
Okay, well,
Right.
she explained that.
She just
through-
says, I'm just not angry like you.
No, that's not all she said. She says, I'm always been angry.
Right.
Because I go through A, B, and C, which
Right.
is a real thing that
Right.
women go through.
Right.
So they have to control their emotions a lot more
Right.
than men do.
Yeah, that's all she just said.
So
was
she
I am more in
explained-
control of my emotions.
Exactly, but she explained
Right.
that men have a problem with that.
But, and I have a problem with that one too.
Why?
But because, how in the world, if Bruce can't even, and he's calm and in control of his emotions now, he's a different Bruce, right?
Right.
How come he still can't change in and out of the Hulk? He still can't.
He's a different person. He said that when he said that her blood healed him. So that means that there's something different in her that's different. He said that.
And that's the only reason why I'm waiting, because it's going to explain further into that. I was thinking, okay, she has a different blood.
Well, she
Right.
doesn't have different. She's a different person, but
She's a
they
different
still
person.
have. But they're family.
They're family, but doesn't mean they have,
It's just like yeah,
have all the
it's like
exact
your
same
cousin
stuff, right?
Is your your
Right.
cousin could or could not have a organ that could help you.
Yeah, but and also her blood could be a little different. It could have those things in it as the other family, but she also has different sets of parents.
Exactly.
So it could be different. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe her blood is different, and
He said that.
and it did spill on her blood, right?
Right.
And so
He took
did-
her blood.
He didn't. He went through full gamma radiation injection, like blast,
Right,
right?
right.
To become the Hulk, right?
Correct.
She became a Hulk a different way,
Right.
from cross contamination.
Correct.
So maybe that's what I'm thinking. Why it's different with her than it is with him?
Well, they gave an
'Cause he's
explanation.
full-blown-
People didn't want to hear it.
Huh?
All right.
Well, anyway, so
The Jekyll and Hyde
go-
effect for Bruce
Right.
is because he was an abused man. He was always suppressing
Right.
Moon Knight.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But he didn't have a split personality. He just had some trauma inside of him.
He
Moon Knight,
did it.
that dude literally has.
He had a split personality.
Oh.
He said it. Remember? He said it.
Okay. All right.
He said he hears voice. He didn't say a voice. He said voices.
As in
says-
the Hulk.
Yeah. Well, there's more than one Hulk inside of him.
Right, the Hulk voices doesn't mean he heard his human schizophrenic, Moon Knight schizophrenic. He's not schizophrenic.
You're
he's
trying to
saying I
simplify it.
hear voices. You're talking about the
voices
Hulk.
of the Hulk is his
Right.
anger.
Okay, all right.
Because he was a skinny little dude
All right.
who was always abused by his father.
Now, I'll
throughout
say this.
school.
I could see why. I see their point because how they went about it so fast, and she just all of a sudden she can just control the years of what he had to go through. She just doesn't have to go through it.
But also,
and trying to portray her to be stronger, better, faster, smarter.
Also, no, they never said she was smarter.
No,
or faster.
It's not about said.
They didn't even portray that she was stronger, faster, smarter. Because when she threw, all right. So when she tried to throw that rock and she threw it further than Bruce, and then he got mad and threw the rock and it just went out into orbit.
Yeah.
Okay,
and I was explaining to him that he is still
on a whole different level than she is.
You're right. I'm glad they avoided that. I'm glad they avoided.
Yeah, that they was going to say that.
Avoided that she's going to be stronger and better and faster than him. So no, that's not.
Because she's not.
Because they made a mistake with that in the Star Wars movie with Kylo Ren and Rey.
Kinda, yeah. They didn't tell the story of why she was as strong and powerful.
They
forced it.
But she was green and newbie.
Okay, yeah.
And she shouldn't have won that. She should not have won that sword fight, picking up a lightsaber for the first time against Kylo Ren.
I could argue against that,
man.
but I'm not going to go into that because I understand why those movies were bad because people died and they changed writers and they tried to change things. So we're not going to get into that.
All right, but anyway, so your partners are mad and they're mad and they feel because people feel threatened. You know, this is what human beings do. When you feel threatened, you attack. So you make an attack on female lead characters. Because you got that African movie.
The Warrior King.
Right.
So, but
and you know that's going to be a total feminist.
So what's going to happen when Black Panther comes out?
It's going to be a totally feminist-led group.
I mean, no one got mad when the Dora Milaje was put out there and they said that they were the best fighting force put on Earth. Yeah. No one said anything that they were better than T'Challa. No one said anything about. No one got mad. So my thing is that there's a pick and choose.
Because men don't see women. At the end of the day, I'm against feminism and I'm against over male misogyny. Okay. I like to see things from the middle. Listen, men lead, which we need to lead.
Correct.
Right? And women need to, we're looking for partnership. And you love on your woman is your soul and your backbone. Okay?
Right.
All right. So I don't care what woke generation they just woke up on. I'm not going to fall from that part. That and by the way, that's taught by my mom, by the way. Okay? Because my mom had to raise us boys. All right. So, I think what's happening is that men don't feel like it's realistic that all these women are so overpowering over men that it's just not realistic in real life.
But why isn't it?
Because, just physics and...
physically, yes. I understand. But this isn't even a physics. This is a comic book.
But you know how men get to thinking. They're looking from things from a physical standpoint. Now, listen, women are smart. Their intuition's on a different level. You know, women age quick, mature much faster than men, right? Okay, it takes us 24 years old by the time we finally starting to get somewhat of a clue, right?
I get you.
All right. Okay, and so I understand that I'm just trying to come up with reasons of maybe why all this hate is going on. It's because they just don't connect it to a realism.
But it's a movie.
Well,
and it's a comic book movie.
Well,
it's a sci-fi movie.
Well,
you don't go to these movies for realism.
Well,
but then there are times,
and there's politics involved in this.
There are times in history where women have been the warriors and the dominance and so forth. Yeah. You know?
Right. I mean, even the Bible has women who had to step up.
It's not.
God used women to deliver.
90% of men on this earth ain't gonna beat up Ronda Rousey.
I don't know.
Ronda Rousey.
I don't know if I can make that statement, but I get it. I get what you're trying to say.
You know. I don't know why you can't. I mean, all right. My case in point.
Even if Ronda, because here's this, because then this will be the fight back. Men pumped full of adrenaline and crazy enough, no matter what fighting skills they have, women might not overpower a guy like this.
No, I agree with you because I was going to say, I am a firm believer that as great as Serena Williams is, she's not beating a man in a tennis match.
Okay.
If they're
I think she'll beat
proficient,
him.
if they're proficient or professional, she's not beating a professional.
Right.
I agree because the women's soccer team lost to a 15-year-old team 3-1.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that it's a dominant thing, but what I'm saying is that from time to time, when something comes around, there's always that 1% that can do something.
They could do extraordinary things.
Or ordinary things, or they don't lead with testosterone. Sometimes men lead with testosterone. As a man,
Right.
as a fighter,
Right.
as a Marine,
Right.
as someone who's been put in these situations, I can say
Right.
yes. 9 times out of 10, I'm the man for the job.
Right.
But there's that 1% where there's a woman that's good enough or better to do something.
Right.
Now, the great Gunny don't believe that anyone's better than him at anything that he does. That's why he's great.
Oh,
I'm
my
putting
gosh.
it out here that this is it's ridiculous because you're destroying something that could be good just because you feel threatened.
Yeah, listen, I understand. I think it's because there's just so many movies doing it. If they have a balance where this movie's here, then this movie's men are here, women are here. I think it's just so much out there.
When's the last movie that did it?
What? Show what?
What we're talking
women
about.
that-
Yeah, I know we went through a big renaissance.
I mean, I don't want to go
but it
through a
stopped.
checklist of movies. I
But
mean,
the
I have
last
to sit
year
down
it
and pull them.
hasn't. The last year
there's
we-
been tons of shows and movies, female leads, all
Well, there's
that.
always
Man,
a female lead, but I'm
female
talking about
lead
where
shows that they're dominant the dudes or just whatever. Let's go to Prey. Because let's talk about that.
Okay, we can talk about that.
Because I think Prey's a perfect balance.
I think it was.
Because
it took both of them.
Because it took perfect. Yeah, it took both
a
of them.
brother and a sister.
Right.
But it came out that the sister came out on top because she was the smaller and she wasn't viewed as a threat.
And
that was the mistake.
And listen, we have to look at it like different cultures. I'm trying to see how I can say this without it being so controversial. Like, different cultures have a different hierarchy system.
True.
Okay, black and brown people.
Yes.
Okay, Native Americans have a hierarchy.
Correct.
Okay, there are some groups that women are the bosses are in charge. My wife's tribe's like that. Okay, the women run things.
Okay.
In that tribe. There's tribes I've been part of. There's
now,
tribes I've been part of where men.
These are the words of Andre Irving,
No.
Charles Brown.
No,
messing
I ain't
with
gone.
you.
I ain't said nothing controversial yet.
No, I know.
There's black families where the women are all,
yeah.
and there's some black families where the men are. It depends, right?
Right.
But there's always a sense of hierarchy system, right? I'm not saying that white America doesn't have this, but they see things a little differently than how we do things. We're just different groups, right?
Well, yeah, when you
Right.
say white America, that makes a big difference because
Right.
outside of America,
Right.
the world don't view things so black and white.
No, I mean, white America kind of see things in a different. They're more from, they have more of a privileged type of thinking. Mentality. Like we should be able to say what we want to say, do how we want to do, feel how we want to feel. And females are very vocal and loud, right? On that, right?
Right.
So I'm not knocking any race, but different cultures do different things. And what I liked about that movie was it paid respect to the native culture and not throw it into the white American culture.
Correct.
Of hard feminism.
Right, because even the mother was like, you don't get it.
Right.
It's not about you being able to do
Right.
what they do. It's about
While
you
at the
being able
same
to come home.
time not tampering her ambitions to be the
Correct.
best.
She didn't
Right.
she didn't cut her down.
She didn't cut her down. So that hierarchy was still there and respected with the elders,
Correct.
the brother head, the male, but she was still respected by her brother. And some of the people, the other boys didn't respect her
Well, yeah,
because
well,
they
you
saw her
know.
as a female.
Right.
But she still had opportunities to be that strong, fierce warrior.
Correct.
Right. It's kind of a Jonah the Ark type thing almost. Almost.
Mulan.
Mulan, there's on that thing.
Brave.
But this
Disney
movie
does
did
it good.
This movie did it perfectly not sitting there throwing out like, okay, this is going to be crazy feminism. This feminist is going to just dominate everything, and she's going to be G.I. Jane, right? Mm-hmm. And then, but then no, she had to still fight through. She still had to respect the order of their group, okay? Right. And she still came out on top looking strong. Right. And she didn't beat her with brawn, right? With muscle. Right. Like some of these other movies trying to make females look like they're overpowered. Right. And that's where men are probably having a problem because a lot of times that's not realistic. Right. No, she said no. She was the smartest person in the group.
She learned from the mistakes of others.
Exactly, from the boys. She's the smartest one in the room.
Right. She watched all the men fight the way they wanted and knew that from the way he fought with animals and everything else, that's not the way to go at it. Because she saw how he worked.
She knew that he wasn't from there. Okay. That this is something different. So that's why I liked about Prey. It was a perfect balance. It wasn't too far feminism. It wasn't too far macho-chacho.
So you didn't see the balance in She-Hulk then? You didn't see that
She-Hulk's just getting started.
Right, but I mean...
I'm only watched the first episode. I got to watch the second one tonight. Episodes. I know, I got to watch the second one tonight.
Yeah, but there was a balance in the first episode, you know?
Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, I want to see that as a whole.
Okay.
The 6 episodes. I don't know how many episodes.
There's 9. I
9?
think there's 9 episodes.
It's going to be 9?
I think so.
I hope not.
I believe so.
I like that 6.
No, I think it's 9 because because they leave you wanting too much. It's too short. Marvel, it's too short. Disney, it's too short. And make it 45 minutes. You know, that 29-minute thing plus an extra credit scene at the end of the credits, it's too short.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I would like to do a Prey review, but we can do that another time. Because I do want to go over Prey. Is that or is that not the best Predator movie? I mean, you know what? 5 minutes, real quick. Is that the best movie?
The best Predator movie?
Best Predator movie.
I make it 2, and it's hard for me to make it 2 because that Anthony Brody movie was no joke, man. I mean,
it was all right.
Man, he was out there on the world by himself.
I know, but he didn't know that. Huh? He didn't know that. That was their attempt to recreate the first one.
No, I get it, man. But
you didn't know that it was a game planet.
Even Predator 2 was good, man.
Oh yeah, Predator 2 is a classic.
Oh man,
yeah.
So it's hard to put. I am going to say it's the second best.
You saying it's the second best?
Man,
all these reviews, all these lists got that one number one.
I ain't them.
Far.
The Great Gunny says it's the second best
because you like the original.
No, you know why I like the original?
Why?
Because Carl Weathers.
Oh, that's Schwarzenegger. He's by
that little arm.
That little arm tap they did.
And my favorite line, I ain't got time to bleed.
I don't got time to
Jesse
bleed.
Ventura.
Yeah.
I think that's the best movie that Jesse Ventura's ever been in.
Yeah.
Hey, and to prove my point, Jesse Ventura, who is one of the biggest misogynist men I've ever seen.
Oh, he praised so much
this movie so well.
Well, this is their attempt to get back the nostalgia of the first one because these latest Predator alien movies kind of start ruining things.
Well, yeah, they did. The last ones,
the last
few
were just terrible.
You know what? I think it was smart of Disney to say we're going to put it on Hulu. And
see how you like it. You know what? You know what made them learn that was the Terminator movie. Because the Terminator Dark Fate was actually
really good.
Supposed to be after the third. It's supposed to really be number 3. Right. They kind of disregarded the other ones, and it's on par. Personally, I think he's the best Terminator. I like this guy as the Terminator the most. I understand the classic, but I like this guy. He's a combination of Terminator 1, 2, and the third Terminator movie. He combines all 3 of them together, and he can split himself. 9 what?
Episodes.
9 episodes on She-Hulk? Okay. Anyways, they learned from that Terminator movie that people just got burnt out of Terminator movies because as they kept going, they kept getting worse. And that last one was so confusing.
They've been doing that with
a
lot of movies.
It was so confusing.
Yeah.
They're like,
Genesis.
Yeah. Another Terminator movie. Who cares if the original guy is coming? Who cares if the original guy come, right? So they just said, you know what? we'll just put it on Hulu because people had the same feeling about Predator movies.
Oh yeah,
Right.
When I first saw it,
that
I
was
was like,
brilliant
really?
Yeah, me too. I was like, I don't know. Okay.
I see y'all trying to change the name.
They try
but
to put
it's still
Native
Predator.
Americans in there. It's going to explain. And then my wife said she's Native American. She said most natives didn't even want to care to see it. They thought it was going to be another exploit. Yeah. And
But Disney's been a lot better
when they went to
with
see it,
changing stuff like that.
and when Native Americans went to see it, the highest praise
Oh yeah.
next to Reservoir Dogs.
Oh,
you
yeah.
ever watch that show?
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs is good.
My
mess
favorite
with-
show.
By
By far.
My favorite show.
That's my favorite show.
Oh, okay. It's a good show.
Yeah.
But
But see, that's why they put it on Hulu, and it was a brilliant idea to do that. So now I don't want to see another Predator movie.
you know, man, this Prey thing kind of opened it up for me wanting to see them
Go back further?
into
I don't know.
different
'Cause
cultures.
you can mess it up.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's going to seem like a copycat.
Right, but I mean, but you don't have to do it exactly the same. Maybe they kidnap one and do the Anthony Brody thing again from like
no, man. I don't know. Well,
I mean, you
anyways, we're
can't-
wrapping this up, but
you know you can't end. You know Hollywood can't say I'm gonna make money and then just end it.
I know this Prey movie is a throwback to the classic.
It's a
It's a
winner.
throwback. And I'm telling you, no Predator got messed up by a human being more than her brother did. Her brother whipped on that dude. He had a cheat. He had. Did you see what he flipped over him?
Remember,
So
he
let's
was
do
the
the
war
spiritual
chief.
room.
He became
And
the
then-
war chief after that. After he killed him. Well, he killed the lion because of her. But I won't get into that. But he was that one man. He showed his skills.
Man,
He showed.
that Predator got messed up.
It showed why the Comanche lived in the dangerous part of America and survived.
Because even the Frenchmen,
They couldn't. They
they had
had a
They had a chance.
They had a chance, but you know,
But this is a different type of Predator. This is one of those youngling
it
type
was a
Predators.
youngling.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, he
It hadn't
wasn't-
even- if he'd have been the Predator that Arnold met, everybody would have died.
Oh, yeah, it would have been different.
It'd have been different. But this
Right.
was a youngling, and I'm glad that
They
they
used it.
showed
Yeah.
that he was a savage. He
Right.
hadn't grown to be. He was more of an instinctual fighter.
Yeah.
than he was
Yeah, because his defense wasn't even good against the bear.
Yeah, he wasn't a strategist.
Even the bear, the grizzly was giving him the business.
Yeah.
Not diminishing her and her brother's fight against it.
No,
It was still on another level.
because they were fighting something stronger than the bear.
Yeah, with
So,
technology, with
yeah.
alien technology.
Yeah, with alien technology.
Yeah, they didn't have alien technology. So to me, I put I'm gonna agree with everybody else. So I'm gonna say that's the best.
Well,
Predator.
you can
Because me and
agree with everybody
we
else.
watched that movie. I had to watch that because I was holding out.
Gunny.
I was holding out. I was like, nah, honey, I don't think this is better than the first one. And I watched the first one right after that. I said, oh yeah, this is better. And I said, and I put my mind back in the 80s when I was watching it. So you can't judge it from today's thinking. You got to go back and judge it. That's a bit.
Yeah, you can't judge an older movie with today's thinking.
And that's the thing with us. We can actually do that because we actually remember how it felt.
Yeah.
Like the old Transformers movie.
We don't watch it and say, "Oh, this is so cheesy." We watch this and say, "Oh, wow."
Yeah,
Man,
like
we-
Action Jackson.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta go.
We got, so you
All
about
right,
to get
hey,
me started.
you gotta catch us all. It's time to go, people. Hey, catch us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We do all kinds of different things. Go to grownfolkskidsshow.com and you go on to see our TV shows and our podcasts and all that stuff. Like and subscribe, do all that fun things.
Oh, okay. And everybody who made it through all of that to the end, we gonna try something new. Send us movies you want us to watch so we can give you our honest opinion review.
Yep.
So anyways,
Until next time,
peace out.
peace.
GPS.